You know, the Four Peters is an example of a gag. Again, I being a justice if I didn't credit our composers, who Ron Jones and Walter Murphy, who do wonderful, wonderful work. We work with usually about a 35, 40-piece orchestra every week, and they, you know, are just extraordinary talents. And the Four Peters was one that there was a gag that I wish I could remember what it was.
I remember what it was.
What was it?
It was the Georgia Peaches.
Like League of Their Own.
Yeah, League of Their Own. It was Peter coaching the team from League of Their Own, and he said something about, hey, I think you're like the new jerseys I got you. And wait, you gotta help me with this because we cut it.
Says,
it was that gag.
Yeah, and the jerseys say you know, the Rockford Peaches wasn't kind of striking a chord with me, so I came up with a new name. And he holds up a jersey that just says the Fat and Dykey Uggos. It was a broadcast standards note, of course. And so at the last minute, we sort of had to come up with an idea for a replacement. And I called Ron Jones, one of our composers, and I said, you know, is there any way to do this? And he said, all right, I'm going to send you Mozart's Eine kleine Nachtmusik. But he goes, I'm going to break it into every part, and each part, you know, you just follow along with the music, and you it in Peter's voice, and when you put them all together, like the pieces of a puzzle, it'll make the tune. And so we did that, and it worked great, and that's a great example of what has sort of become one of the trademarks of the show, is that a gag can depend entirely on the talents of any one person, whether it be the artist or the writer or the composer or the editor or whoever. And a gag can hinge entirely on what that person brings to it.